Does anybody else feel like they drastically overcomplicate everything they do in their lives? Every time I have an idea, there's the original idea, and then my brain immediately just goes to another place and creates a second evolution of that idea that's like 5 to 10 times more time and effort to create it. And then I can't unsee it. And in my mind, if I have that idea, I have to do the more overcomplicated version. And it's a problem. But I also think it's a good thing. Let me put it in context. So these videos, I'm making a video every day this month. This is day 18. I could so easily be doing exactly what I'm doing right now, but just like on my phone, right? I could just set my phone up and talk to it for a minute every day. That would be so easy. Instead, I shoot on a camera. I take the SD card, I put it in the computer, I edit, I color grade, I find music, I add sound effects, I mix the audio, I upload it to Instagram and YouTube, 2 different versions, I make a thumbnail. Like, it's so much more work, but I am learning more things and I'm spending more time practicing all of those processes that I want to get better at anyway. The downside of this overcomplicated brain is that the effort to create a project usually ends up exponentially increasing itself to the point where you lack motivation or you just don't have the time to make the thing. And then if you're like me and you're a perfectionist as well, as soon as you then get into that process and you start making the overcomplicated version, I then start messing with every single little detail of that, and that's when I get overwhelmed. So what I'm proposing as a potential solution for this is to see overcomplicated ideas and perfectionism as 2 different things. One of them is a good thing, the overcomplication. I think that leads to more original ideas and better quality stuff. I'm talking about videos, but like whatever, right? The perfectionism is a bad thing because it gets me at least bogged down in the details so much that I never finish the thing. One of the things that I'm very thankful to this video process that I've been doing, I'm making a video every day, which means there is no time to find out if there's a better version of that video in the edit. For example, day 15, I made a full-on short film scene in my room. It took 6 hours. It was a very ambitious concept to try and do in an afternoon, but I achieved it not because I made the concept more manageable, but because I was so short on time, I had to go with the first version of everything that came to me. The first version of the setup, the first version of the rough cut of the edit, the first effects that I was able to use. I guess what I'm learning from this video challenge is I used to think the overcomplicated ideas I had was a bad thing because it meant that I could never finish anything. And I don't think that's the case. I think it's a good thing. I think that is where interesting original ideas come from, is allowing those ideas to go to the next level of interesting and complicated. I think my problem is in the execution of that. I get too bogged down with that and I need to let go and let my instincts out a little bit and go with more of just the first take, like do the first take or the first version of something. Because the worst thing that can happen is you make something and it's finished and you put it out in the world and then 3 years later you go, I can do that better. And then you just make it again. You can do that. You can make the same project multiple times and improve on your ideas. I don't know if this is going to help anyone. I am just learning this for me, myself, and something I'm thinking about and experimenting with these videos that I'm making every day. So if you think you might be like me in your creative process and this resonates with you, then let me know. I'd love to get a conversation going about it. For now, I have to edit and upload this video very quickly because I need to leave for a rehearsal, but thank you so much for watching and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.